Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. Today we're going to talk about Fantastic Four by Jonathan Hickman. This is Volume 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host, Brent, and today we're going to be talking about Fantastic Four by Jonathan Hickman. This is Volume 1 of the complete collection. It contains Fantastic Four Dark Reign 1 through 5, and then Fantastic Four 570 to 578, and a couple pages from Dark Reign the Cabal, the ones drawn by Adi Granov, where Doom has his dream, basically. So, I'm not a huge Fantastic Four fan, but I kind of am a Jonathan Hickman fan, especially when it comes to his Avengers run. I thought his Avengers run, I got most of the complete collections up here on my right. The fifth and final one, I believe, comes out at the end of August, something like that, which leads into Secret Wars, which I loved. I have, what was the other one? I loved Avengers, Secret Warriors I liked. I liked his S.H.I.E.L.D. series, where he kind of introduced Da Vinci and all this other concept stuff. I liked that. I remember reading the first couple issues of his run, not the Dark Reign stuff, but the first 3 issues or so, 570 to 572, and thinking, I didn't follow up on it. So a lot of this stuff is stuff I've never read before. I never read the Dark Reign miniseries or anything like that, which came out after Secret Invasion. And I can kind of see why. Like, this particular volume is not really entrancing. Doesn't grab you by the throat and say, come read me. There's not a really compelling story thread being told all the way through, other than just feels like a lot of setup for things that are going to happen later with Reed. There's no big bad here. It's just like, it's almost like Hickman is putting pieces on the board with each storyline. And then that's where the volume ends, as you kind of feel like they're going to come together. So I picked this up. I've been seeking out these collections basically to complete the Hickman run of the storyline that's kind of told from this run here on Fantastic Four through the stuff with the Avengers, with Doom and Reed and the Incursions, all the way through Secret Wars, which is actually kind of ends up being a Doom Reed Richards story at the end of the day, right? They're the two that are doing battle at the end of that book. So I kind of wanted to go back and read that, and read this and seek these out in order to get that complete arc from beginning in this volume to end in Secret Wars. So that's something we'll be doing over the next couple of months or years, depending on how fast I get through these collections. And also, this is hailed as a landmark run or whatever, and yeah, there are some good stories in here, some good single issue stories. Dale Eaglesham providing art on a lot of them, Neil Edwards, Sean Chen doing the Dark Reign stuff at the very beginning. The first 5 issues of this collection is all great art, and there's interesting stuff here, but there's no cohesive thread. There's no big thing where you can see what Hickman is doing. I don't think that happens here in this first volume. So gotta say, this was a bit of a letdown for me in order to read it. It's not to say that it was bad. It was just like, when is this thing gonna kick off? When is this thing actually going to kick off? And it doesn't happen in the first volume of the complete collection. So for what is a landmark run, the first 12 issues or so, kind of a ho-hum ordeal. So I feel like that's a bummer. So let's talk about good things, standout moments. Well, the first storyline in here, after the Dark Reign miniseries, the first 3 issues, which are drawn by Dale Eaglesham, are the ones that I read in single issues when it was coming out, 10 or 15 years or so ago. And this has to do with Reed Richards using this bridge, this machine he built in the Dark Reign miniseries, to see other Reed Richardses. So he encounters what I think is later called the Council of Reeds. There's a bunch of Reed Richards people from alternate multiverses all meeting in one space, in one pocket in space-time, to solve everything. And that was kind of the question posed at the end of the Dark Reign miniseries. What Reed wanted to do was to solve everything, solve the world's problems. He felt in the Dark Reign miniseries that he had caused a lot of the problems coming from the Illuminati, Civil War, Dark Reign, Secret Invasion, all Reed looked at them as failures from his point of view, as from his leadership, his involvement, that sort of thing. So he wanted to fix that. And that leads to each Reed Richards kind of, once they have their Illuminati thing, forming this bridge and finding the other Reeds. So it's like anytime a new Reed walks through the door, they're like, oh, you built a bridge. Welcome, welcome. Come be one of us. Join us. And then ultimately, our 616 Reed leaves because he decides he doesn't want to abandon his family the way that the other Reeds had to do in order to be more involved. And they're basically like, that's the price of solving everything, is you lose everything, including your family. And our Reed doesn't want to do that. So that was a nice thing. But after that, it kind of goes wonky. You go back to New Earth here in this arc drawn by Neil Edwards. And at first I was like, New Earth? There's a Hulk Jr. here, Banner Jr. What's this? Yeah, Banner Jr. I'm going, wait, what is this from? There's no reference to it anywhere. There's no previously on. It's, what is this a callback to? So I Googled it, and then I was like, oh yeah, some of that New Earth Banner Jr. stuff is pulling from the run with Mark Millar and Brian Hitch that immediately preceded this one. So it's Hickman pulling back on the stuff from that run that wasn't very well loved or respected, or, just kind of weird. So he's pulling from that run, and even with that run, I read all those, and I would say I didn't even know those were in continuity up until, I guess, this point, because that run was so kind of just different from everything else, and it felt standalone, even though it was published in the main Fantastic Four comic book series. Didn't really feel like it was connected to anything else. So apparently it is. So I had to do a little bit of research to find out, what the heck this New Earth thing was again. Who are these characters? So it appears like they're going to become characters in the later volumes after all. That's strange. Then you have the birthday of Franklin Richards, where there's a time travel thing going on. Old Franklin comes to young Franklin and helps him build universes. And I remember that was something with Secret Wars that ends up happening, something like that. The Mole Man thing started off another arc with Dale Eaglesham, where they're just like doing some crazy stuff, raising cities from the floor. They're discovering a new civilization underneath the polar ice cap in the ocean that call themselves Atlantis, and dealing with Namor, that sort of thing. So it feels like we're building to something as the book gets further on in this trade paperback. But I'm not quite sure what. Can't really say. And that feeling just leaves me feeling disappointed in the volume. So hopefully the next volume gets better. I can see why I didn't like this in the first place, because it didn't grab me initially to say, like, come read me. This is going to go somewhere really cool. There's no big bad or anything set up here in this volume. So I don't know. We'll see. This is supposed to be a really good run of Fantastic Four. Not being a huge Fantastic Four fan, I'll put that out there. Maybe because I haven't read a whole bunch of stuff that I loved, I don't know. But I don't know. We'll see with the next volume. So let's end this review and get on to the next volume. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of Hickman's run on the Fantastic Four down below. And we will see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.